brother, Granddad, did you know Uncle Dan is on YouTube? It's just like it was like I was a movie star or something. And you're muted.
Yeah, that's how it felt like my grandson was coming to me like, you could make money off that. I'm like, I'm doing fine, grandson. But I liked it when he asked, do you know any Karens? What have you been watching on YouTube, grandson, that you know what a Karen is?
Although one thing that's done is I try to watch my language a lot more when I'm making videos because I know he might tune in. And
All right.
there was one I made that I sent a Facebook message to his parents saying, "Do not let him watch this." I did a rant about like school shootings.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, on the way home, the full story, or at least the pieces that I could hear, he talks quietly. Um, they went to McDonald's a few days ago, and there was a Karen there, apparently, uh, holding up the line, trying to demand something. I wasn't clear about what. She wanted to speak to the manager, and my grandson was telling me, Dad saw that our number was up, so he just went up and got our number, and Karen didn't get anything. The way kids see the world is it's pretty amazing. If you want to know what's important, ask a kid.
Hey,
And
Barbara.
then, are you smarter than a 3-year-old?
Uh,
That is, or maybe was it a 5-year-old? What was the TV show that they had? Are
A
you
third grader
A
or
third-
fifth grader.
third grader, yeah.
third? Oh, so that was an 8-year-old. Okay, but I've met 3-year-olds that are smarter than like adults. Like one.
If the example for adult is Chief Tuttle or Huckleberry or Kaiser, yeah, there's a lot of adults out there that are far less intelligent than a 3-year-old.
Well, I'll tell you, I have a friend with her son would be like 8 now because I know he was like a year older than my nephew. And when this kid was 4, he was obsessed with astronomy. And a lot of kids could like name the planets. This kid's talking about nebulas and black holes, and I forget there was one thing that I hadn't even heard of. I had to look up. It's like, so yeah, and he also has on his own decided that he learned I don't know, it was 3 different alphabets. I forget now. It was like Russian and Greek or something. It's like,
Yeah, wow.
so yeah, there's definitely some out there that are smarter than us.
That's a good point, DG1. DG1, yeah. I want to say DDG1. My dad was on the USS Guy at DDG1. This picture is DDG17. Probably nothing to do with Guide to Mr. Stores. They don't have the learned ignorance of anyone over 6. Yes, I that's a good point. Yeah, they know the alphabet, and they could probably name most of the 50 states and some of the amendments of the Constitution, these adults, but they learn the ignorance. They learn to hate. You have to be carefully taught to hate. This Chief Tull guy claims he was raised in Los Angeles, but now the people who's got his back are KKK. Something tells me he didn't grow up a racist. He learned that somewhere along the way. But I rant, I ramble. Get off my lawn.
No, I mean that's totally learned. You don't just wake up and say I'm a racist.
Yeah,
That's just not that's just not the way anybody wakes up. You have to be taught that, and there's no way in hell I was taught that. It's ridiculous where people go. Still not sure what this whole KKK thing is with whoever you're talking about is, but I'll back up the video or something and catch myself up or something.
I will. I'll give a brief synopsis. That's the first 20 minutes or so was me ranting about this guy. This is Chief Tuttle, the country.
Yeah, that asshole.
Yes, that asshole.
Okay.
His latest video, he's on another crazy rant, and he dares people to come to him because people have his back. And he was talking about militias at first. I mean, what, talking about National Guard or something? But as he goes on, when he's talking about militias, the people who's got his back, the people that his wife are friends with, are the KKK, the white supremacists, and separatists.
Wow.
And I'm like, really? That's who you want to have your back? I'd rather stand alone than have assholes like that.
I mean, he's everything that's in his background is a separatist. You know,
Yeah.
all those different colors on a flag that shouldn't be messed with. It is, you know.
I don't honestly know what a separatist is. It sounds to me like somebody who wants to break away from the Union, but I really don't know. But I know what KK is, and I know what white supremacy is.
When you separate yourself from people just by saying, I've got this blue line, I've got this yellow line, I've got this pink line, I've got this red line, you're separating yourselves and saying you're above all of us Americans, who just have the regular flag. And there's even these toe guys out there that have their own toe lives matter, and they're desecrating the American flag as well. I had one of them actually unsubscribe from me. Oh my God, I lost one. Because I commented on his Toe Lives Matter flag because it's a desecration of the American flag by changing it.
What lives matter?
Is it like tow truck guys?
Yeah, exact. Toe.
Oh, okay.
And we're not talking about Kamala Harris.
My girlfriend would kill me, Muckster. My girlfriend would absolutely kill me.
Would you hear what I told them over there when they commented? Were you still there?
I can't remember when I left. They were. A guy came on. The police had entered his home. And so I left so he could get on stage. They had the max people on stage at the time.
Because I told them they were talking about me drinking out of the jug, and the one was saying, "Oh, I kill my husband if you do that and stuff." And I said to him, I said, "Let me tell you some advantages of being a bachelor living alone."
Yeah.
You can do things like drink straight out of the jug. And if you go through all your clean clothes, you can do your laundry naked. But I'm not allowed back at the laundromat.
Yeah.
Do you leave the seat up or down when you're done? Or is that too much information?
That depends on the way the toilet paper's hung.
Oh, I love that.
Just sorry, I had to put that one out there.
Friendship decades old ended over that silly argument.
I think if the toilet paper goes over the front, you have to leave the seat down, and if it goes down the back, you leave the seat up.
I didn't know there was a correlation. Okay, all right.
I don't know. I'm just making this shit up.
Did you ever flip somebody's toilet paper just to screw with them?
What, like
you go, you use their bathroom and you see that theirs is under. So before you leave, you flip it so it's over.
Yeah, just flip it, turn it. No.
Well, of course, I haven't either. That would be mean, and so I would never do a thing like that. Allegedly, as
you have a fan, Muckster. Ponzi says, "Yep, plenty of folks find love at that laundromat."
Oh my God!
Oh, the laundromat. I thought they were talking about the laundromat that you got kicked out of. Okay. Anyone, welcome to join.
I think I just lost a friend though.
Oh,
Barbara said she can't stand that drinking out of the bottle.
Oh,
but a 40-ounce.
You're allowed to if you live alone.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, the one, the only, Yuri.
Well, thanks for that intro. Hey, how's it going, Muckster?
Good. How you doing, Jerry?
I'm all right.
Oh man, I just finished watching the latest Tuttle. I feel like crap. I'm gonna let you know. I'm fighting the flu, but
I had something last week.
even in my fighting of this flu, I could not stop but laugh at this idiot. I was dying. I was dying, man. I'm literally dying, and I'm dying. He's a
Some die laughing.
Some tells me you're going to snipe him in the next 24 hours. If you do, maybe watch the first 20 minutes of this stream. I feel like I did a pretty good job on him. Oh, you watched it? Okay.
I didn't. I haven't seen it. I saw you. I saw that you put up Total. I was all like, "This is Finkel seeing the Total video?" I was like, "Let me get on there." I know earlier I dropped off, but it was because my dog decided to chew on my fiber optic cable.
No.
Yeah. My dog decided to make dinner of the fiber optic cable, so I gotta wait until they fix that. I'm using my my hotspot on my. I've never used it. I didn't know my phone service had hotspot. So I'm using that right now.
If it was like mine, you'll run through the minutes pretty quick. But yeah, I have that too. In fact, I need it because sometimes when my internet goes out, I work from home. I need the internet to keep working.
Yeah, that was horrible.
That is the downside of fiber optic. When the coaxial cable went out, I could resplice that together myself. I can't resplice a fiber optic. Can anyone? I don't know how to
I don't think so. I was looking at it and I'm all like, wow, this really is fiber optic.
Yeah, there's a special trick to it. It's beyond me.
You can't even get fiber optic in my neighborhood.
Who was that?
You can. They're just mad at you for your karaoke singing.
Woodrow McCall, what's up, buddy? Barbara Rogers, hello. Oh boy, yeah. I'm really like this flu is really on my butt right now. I when I woke up this morning, I knew something was wrong. You know, when you have that weird temperature change, it's like you feel weird, but like it's like, am I hot or is it cold? What's going on here, right? Then when I went outside and I realized that it was like pretty decent weather, I'm all like, oh God, I got something's going on.
Yeah.
Well, you don't look any different.
He looks a little darker around the cheeks there, yeah.
Whereas I still have that same healthy glow.
Thank you.
So I got to tell you, by the way, when you said about when you left the other panel,
yeah,
that's the thing about that place and why people like me keep going back. You know, you've seen the shit shows, but that kid, who knows how old, he's probably in his 30s or something, but he's got some sort of mental disability, learning, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he came in, he was having that problem, and all those people just like gathered around him, and let him talk. And sometimes that place is pretty special.
Yeah. Anybody who doesn't know what Muckster's talking about, let me share my screen. Clickety click clack. This is a almost 24/7 panel stream. Just about anybody who's willing to show their face when they join can join. I think they have a max of 10 guests at a time. You see them as low as 2, as high as 10. And they run constantly for 12 hours. And when they run out of the 12-hour limit, they usually start another one right away. And they'll talk about anything and everything. How's your buddy's rash coming along, to political fights, to conspiracy theory fights. Sometimes it gets out of control.
I'm there for the rash talk.
Barbara knows the place.
Muckster got engaged last week, was it?
Okay, I'll play along.
There was a lady from, I think, Holland, who said she'd love to
Uh,
get an American to marry her for
That's it.
citizenship. And Muckster's like, I'll do it.
Oh,
I've never, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing more fun than getting married for you know, some nefarious pretense. You know, that's the best.
Okay.
Well, once they show their face to the host so they can get on, most of them are like this, or whatever your icon is. And I didn't see her, but I'm imagining that at some point she was live like I am now, and she apparently was appealing to Muckster. I don't think he really wanted to give.
She's a cutie. The thing about her is, even if I was,
that's
20 years younger, she'd be out of my league.
Oh,
what the hell?
That's rude.
I didn't pick that. That's not the way my face is supposed to look. What the hell?
Muckster. Must you always bring up Bobby? Okay,
Well, yeah.
Bobby Perez.
You needed avatar examples.
There. That's better.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. But I agree with the statement in the last image.
Are you guys familiar with a show called Haven?
Excuse
Is
me.
it on
Familiar.
television?
I think it's a television show.
I don't have a television.
I have a friend who was watching it on something called, what was it called?
Netflix?
Not Netflix.
No, Netflix.
There are so many of those streaming services now.
Well, it's
I don't.
It seems like I remember an old show called Haven, from a few years back.
season 4, episode 11. Apparently, there's a scene where a guy with a camera is arguing with a cop. And I have to pull it up and do it because from what I saw from the little video my friend sent me, it might be a good intro to a First Amendment audit.
DG says it was Netflix.
On
show.
Netflix? Okay. I have Netflix. I'll have to check it out. Free TV, freebie. Free something.
Freebie.
Freebie.
EVE or something like that.
Yeah. Which I think I can get through my Amazon. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's where I've seen it. They push it on Prime, but I always avoid it because I figure it's going to have commercials and.
Now, it was Yuri's dog that chewed his fiber optic, but Lemmy, his face just came through his background, and he looked very frustrated. Did your dog bite your fiber optic?
I thought it was just a possession thing.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
It was just a brief second, but he looked like... oh, he looked happy there. Okay.
He did look upset.
like something was frustrating him. I get frustrated when I deal with Muckster too. I get it.
So I don't know what you did, but we dropped from like 12 people to now 4.
I did it.
Oh, that was my fault.
Oh, you
Yeah.
we're dropped. Now we're down to 3. Uh-oh.
All I know is when I came up, there was like 9, and then it went up to 12.
Yeah. I think the highest on this one was 12. I'm not sure, but we're back up to 4 now. Yay!
Yeah.
On 5 now.
Let me refresh.
Can I get a 5?
We're at 6 now.
Okay.
2 people watch. Nope.
Up 5.
One. Hey,
we're gonna spend the rest of the night counting guests.
I did see somebody doing that in a live one night. All they were doing was updating the number of live people in I think it was one of Eli's lives that he was doing.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And they just kept saying numbers. And I was like,
Speaking of which, with that guy over there who was having the problem with the guy,
yeah,
Eli offered to go over and be with him.
And be with him. Oh no.
Yeah, to go and just hang out with them and
yeah. Eli seems like a very he's got a rough voice, but he seems very caring. Somebody else was expressing some financial issues, and Eli was like, "Do you want me to send you some money?" And I'm like, "Oh, this guy's just like super generous. He's got a generous heart." He sounds a little rough when he hey, yo, David, talk to me. I'm like, oh, I get a little.
He's a people's guy.
Yeah, he's truly a people's guy. Yeah.
I'm kind of rough around the edges myself. If you've watched any of my videos, but I'm kind of a nice guy.
Yeah.
What? No, well, Eli, and I've seen his stuff before. He reminds me of my dad. My dad is like Eli, like where he was loud and some might say obnoxious because he gets like real crazy or whatever.
Yeah.
But that was his demeanor, and if you knew my dad, you'd be like, oh well, yeah, that's just him, like. But if you didn't know him, you'd be like, well, why is this guy so wound up? Like, why is he so wound up, so tight, right? Like what's going on with him? But it's like, no, I see Eli and I see him for what he is. Of course, I think there's his audits are more gimmicky than they are anything else.
Right.
But I do think that he is a guy of the people. I mean, he seems very nice when it comes to like dealing with people on a one-to-one basis. I don't know him more than from some of the shit shows and his audits. But from the shit shows that I have seen, like he seems like a very, like a very nice guy. You know what I mean? When it comes to like, seeing somebody who's hurting, somebody who needs help, stuff like that. So I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
And an audit can go from being nothing to a shit show in no time. That's the thing. It's all about selectively putting out what you have. You're going to put out a lot of good. You're going to get a lot. I think you're going to get more good than bad out of people. But when you do get the bad, oh my God, make as many shorts of it as you can. Post that video in different ways to get people to go back to look at the original video. Oh. So you look at the whole good and the bad of it,
Yeah.
And
I've re-edited some of my audit experiences and post them up, and I'll get comments like, "Stop re-showing the same shit." And I'm like,
and didn't they watch the Flintstones or the Jeffersons or anything else that was in reruns? And if you log in every day, don't you see Kern County putting up a 10-minute video every morning at 7 a.m. that's something you saw a year ago, 6 months ago, 3 days ago, 4 years ago, because it's a dripping, putting the drips out there to get you to come back.
Well, it's the difference between like old media and this new media is that people are so like involved in it. You know what I mean? Like you've got that reach to be able to tell a content creator directly, like, hey, why are you doing this, right? And I think that's what it comes down to. I think there's more entitlement when it comes to the subs and the people who are doing this kind of stuff, because it's like they feel like, well, I can send an email to the creator and he can listen to me. You know what I mean? And especially when you give them more time, the people feel more entitled to like their opinion being valid, And I'm not saying that, having your opinion as a sub shouldn't be valued by the content creator. Like you should always value the opinion of your subs, especially if they're loyal subs or whatever. But at the same time, people got to understand, if you're so hard up on somebody doing something that you want on their channel, just start your own channel.
That's a valid point. I don't know anything about this Scientology thing. One of my commenters said, "Go to the Scientology church in D.C." So I did. It turned out to be a big nothing burger. Nobody reacted.
Well,
I'm sorry.
D.C. is a big, whole Scientology cult in itself.
Oh.
But yeah, they're bad. You've got to go to the certain spots where these Scientology people are totally freaking nuts, and it's where they think they're exclusive and nobody can see them, yet you're
Yeah, go
standing
to the one. Go to the one in
sidewalk.
Hollywood.
Hollywood or Clearwater, Florida.
Oh.
There's because that's basically where my mom moved when I was 12, was because she was reading that stupid book.
Dianetics.
Yeah, that dumb book that got people into a cult.
Yeah.
The guy was a science fiction writer. By the way, Barbara said, forget the reruns. I didn't like watching your videos the first time.
What? What does it? Let me audit you. I like your videos. What? She didn't like my video.
Muckster is twisting her words.
Oh, what the?
That's a joke.
This is what she actually said.
Yeah.
Right, because I go back and watch your videos, David Finkel, over and over
They're
again.
showing up in
And
UK.
let me audit. I like your videos too, and they're showing up in the UK now.
She edited her comments.
Oh yeah. Well, my videos end up anywhere.
No, she means auditors are showing up. I've seen them now in Canada, the UK,
Oh, yeah.
Australia.
Well, Barbara gets around.
They have
I ain't
similar.
going there.
Huh?
She said she sees them everywhere. That or she's
He said,
using a VPN. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything.
he said Barbara gets around. I said I'm not getting involved.
I think she meant the auditors that she watches are all over the place.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think.
all
But
right.
maybe
Yeah,
she
we
travels
don't
to
know.
UK to watch an auditor. I don't know. I haven't been out of the country since Yellowknife in about this time of year in 2020, just as COVID was spiking up.
What?
Oh God! Don't tell me about COVID. I feel like, I probably have COVID right now. Oh, I'm
Are
dying.
you
guys.
vaccinated?
I'm dying. Huh?
Are you vaccinated?
What's a vaccination?
What is a vaccination?
What
Just my
is that
vaccination.
5-letter word that begins with C and ends with D? What is that word?
I don't know. I like. Oh God! I feel like crap. I don't like. I want to. I want to just like like lay back. But every time I lay back, I feel like, oh God! This feels horrible. I hate being sick. I hate being sick.
Yeah,
Well,
I
who likes being
was
sick?
feeling pretty sick last night.
I got sick right before this COVID thing came out, and never been tested, never been vaccinated, never will be tested, never will be vaccinated.
Well, I find it hilarious that I got the Johnson & Johnson shot, and everybody was like losing their mind. Like, you got the Johnson & Johnson shot, yo, you're gonna die. I'm like, well, I only took one. I didn't have to go for no boosters.
I think all the variation shots minimized the impact if you caught it. Didn't protect you completely from it, but instead of getting deathly ill in the hospital, you'd be home for a few days with a cold.
Well, I mean, I think I got COVID because I think my grandpa had it. My grandpa, he we're starting to believe that he passed away from it because he had some stuff going on at the moment, and it just all coincided. But like everybody who was because he died in an old folks home, right? So like it takes time for the coroners to get there and all that stuff, and so basically we were surrounding him and like saying goodbye to him in like in his what was his apartment. And everybody who was in that apartment at that time got COVID like no less than a week later.
Yeah.
The first year it showed up, the flu disappeared. So
right.
No,
where's it?
no,
Yeah, 100% did, Muckster.
no,
100% did. Disappeared 100%.
No.
Doesn't matter how long you could pronounce that word.
No.
Blah blah
Well,
blah. I can do
I
the
know
blah,
because
blah,
because
blah
you don't want to
thing
hear
too.
you don't want to hear the fact.
No, I already said something, and all you can say is no, 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 no,
Yeah,
no.
because
no.
you
I can
were
flush you
wrong.
down the toilet like a piece of used toilet paper if I want
Oh,
to.
come on, Lamy, you're not.
We still had the flu.
Make sure it rolls off the roll the correct way.
We still had the flu, but there were many less cases, and mostly because people were wearing masks and washing their hands the way they'd been told for years before.
I don't wash my hands and I don't wear masks, and I
Well,
use
that
dirty
proves it
carts
then.
and dirty pens, and I don't get sick.
That proves it then. That proves
I'm
it.
building an immunity system that is super.
Super immunity.
That's a
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages,
It's
the
the
only-
orange shirt.
the orange shirt.
Have no
Internet-
fear. The leprechaun is here.
Oh, boy.
Oh my God! It's Vegas.
There goes the
VIP.
neighborhood.
Yeah, I like the fat man we're making. It's a good fat man.
Hey, I had to come up and back Lenny because you know,
Of
when
course.
people went in 2020, the flu basically went away. It was just all COVID, and everybody was classified
COVID was a
as
form of flu, wasn't it?
what?
I mean, COVID was a form of a flu, right? I mean,
No.
No, it's a made up BS. And if you get $38,000 to put somebody on a ventilator that kills them, or you get $16,000 just to say that they got the stupid disease that was made up by Bill Gates and all those idiots, yeah,
Why would Bill Gates make it?
because he wants you to eat bugs or die.
Really?
100%. That's what he
No,
wants.
you just started eating bugs.
I'm not eating a damn bug.
Yeah, I'm not eating bugs either, so I think it didn't work.
Bill
Flu-
Gates wants you to eat that 3D printed meat.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Yeah, give me that 3D printed steak.
I don't know. The flu minimized during the pandemic because people were separating, people were masking. Also, because people weren't testing, a lot of the swab and testing materials went into COVID testing production. So even though flu might still be out there, people weren't getting tested in hospitals for the flu. Hell, many people were afraid to go to get tested for COVID.
They also weren't going to work or going to schools and stuff like that.
I got chased around grocery stores for not wearing a stupid face diaper. And I bought my bacon and my eggs and my damn celery, and I'm alive. And I've never taken a shot, and I'm not gonna. So
That's what we call anecdotal. Not everyone who caught COVID reacted. Not everyone who caught COVID died. It's kind of like a flu. In fact, it is a cold virus. Coronavirus and rhinoviruses are the cold viruses, and one.
What? I didn't have a horn. What are you talking about? I ain't no rhino. What's wrong with you?
Rhinovirus. Oh.
Okay. Hey, speaking of rhino, everybody needs to try the rhino pill at the gas station. Works
Never.
great.
I refuse. I still have the libido of a young man.
Premier Zen is the way to go.
I have the burrito of a Mexican man.
Woohoo!
Well, I mean, that's where you get burritos.
Yeah, it's true.
Better watch he doesn't come to get it back.
I already ate it.
Damn it.
Do not pull his finger.
I haven't had a good enchilada in a long time. Does anybody make some good enchiladas they can send me?
I mean, I could make them, but I'm definitely not sending them.
I had huevos rancheros the other day, and it wasn't the way I remembered them when I was a younger man. Of course, it might have been the way the rest of them. Huh?
Did they put A1 sauce on them?
Huevos rancheros? A1 sauce? Okay. Sometimes I don't know when y'all are messing with me. Seriously, put A1 steak sauce on huevos On eggs. Eggs. Okay. All right.
You know, I could almost see A1 on scrambled eggs.
Oh, yeah.
On scrambled eggs, maybe. But these
Yeah.
are
If you put
Well, I know.
steak in the eggs or on the eggs or near the eggs.
You scramble my eggs, I'll give you anything you want with them.
I'll scramble eggs for a steak. Hell. It seems like a fair. Well, eggs are getting pretty expensive.
They are, though.
Is this some sort of innuendo?
Yeah. You don't worry about it, David. You just go along with it. Right?
This is a side thing we're doing here, David.
Okay.
You just let it happen, all right, David?
Here, let me get my bacon face on.
Bacon face?
That bacon
There
thing,
we
that bacon
go.
wrap, that bacon wrap burger thing he makes. Oh my God!
Nope. How you doing?
Oh.
I'm here to arrest you.
Oh. All right.
I had to stop that. Yeah, that bacon wrap thing there.
Yeah,
that's
wow.
That looks good.
a heart attack.
Yeah, that looks good. Who's that? Leprechaun Vegas or what? Where are you going by now? Leprechaun Vegas? Who's that?
He's the Leprechaun Vegas. It's almost
No,
St.
who's
Patrick's Day.
Who's the face on his icon?
It's actually a popular channel called Jesse on Fire. He talks about MMA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He looks animated there.
Yeah, he looks like he's on fire.
Yeah.
And I've been playing with mine.
Well, we don't want to know about that.
Yeah, you keep that to yourself, David.
I got the Kaiser gun show. Yeah. Oh no! Don't do that. Pushing the wrong button here. Audio avatar. Yeah. How about that one? You guys like that one?
Oh yeah.
That is
It actually,
I can do this one then.
it would actually be a cool avatar if not for the knowing who uses it.
Ah, we the people. All right. Vegas is going to show us a. Oh, wait a minute. I'm confused. Where's that? Okay. I almost kicked Vegas off the stage. You like my new face there, Muckster?
You actually confused me for a second. I thought I'm not talking, but the thing's flashing.
All right. I'm here to expose all you frauditors. And,
I don't have a Purple Heart.
My wife Kimmy, she's a hairy bitch, but I like them hairy bitches. Yeah. So I want to talk first about this Vegas Vips. Yeah, because yeah. Well, never mind. Finkel, you jerk. I hate you. Kimmy, wait, what the hell?
You forgot to say you guys need to believe me for the simple fact that I digress.
I don't watch enough of his videos to know that.
I haven't been watching lately. Most of the Kaiser I get is through watching through Stone Vet's
yeah,
Snipe.
me too. I can't do it, man. Like I watch him and I just
hate looking at his face.
Yeah, me too.
That?
It makes me, I can't see us. I can't look at him anymore. It's just it's disgusting. It's just he is a disgusting creature. Like he's just like whoa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. I totally street beefs. Me and Finkel. No, wait, not Finkel.
Why me?
It was like, what did I do?
Who invited these folks on my camp?
I don't know, man.
Are you familiar with street beefs, Finkel?
I'm drunk on NyQuil. I'm sorry, bro.
No, I'm not doing the street beefs.
You know what that is, Finkel?
What's that?
The street beefs?
No clue.
Oh, it's a fight club.
Yeah, you go fight in an octagon. You can do like boxing, MMA, wrestling, uh,
What's it called? Street
beefs, like
beefs.
beef. If you got a beef with somebody, instead
Okay.
of like
Yeah,
take
I
them
bet you
out.
Kaiser would never go to one of those, man. I bet you Kaiser would never do that.
Isn't the first rule about street beefs is don't talk about street beefs?
I think that's Fight Club.
No,
Oh, it's Fight Club. Okay.
yeah, because Street Beefs is a YouTube channel. You got to
Yeah.
talk about it,
Oh.
or else they don't get subscribers. And
Oh.
have you heard about YouTube?
I've heard of it.
Okay, cool. So is Ellen DeGeneres told me all about it.
The main thing about street beefs is you never want them well done.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right.
You know, Kimmy Wrangler would be a perfect candidate for the Jerry Springer show.
Or the Build-A-Bear Club.
Vegas, I somehow assumed you'd be too young to remember this Jerry Springer show. That's not still on, is it?
No, Jerry Springer died.
Oh, he died? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Was Steve still around?
Who?
Oh, fuck Steve.
Who's Steve?
Steve was a security guard. He's like, everybody's like, Steve, Steve, Steve on the Springer show.
Oh.
And then he started the Steve Wilkos show, and he's like, I've got a bald head, and my name's Steve, and I'm going to talk to you about stupid shit. And people watched it for like 4 series or 7. I don't know.
I'd rather see Judge Joe Brown, man.
Who?
Judge Joe Brown.
Judy.
Judge Judy.
I'd like to see Judge Joe Brown do Judge Judy.
Oh, wow. That would be a sight. That would be a sight.
Okay. Yeah.
Oops. Hey, at least we didn't get too descriptive.
Yeah.
I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see Judge Judy's sentence wrangler.
Yeah.
That actually.
Hi, Danny.
You can actually do that with AI.
Yeah.
I have a hard time with AI. I played with a couple of them. I don't know how. I think Vegas does it.
I watched a video where The Rock was eating rocks in AI. He's just like picking up rocks and putting them in his mouth and chewing on them.
Should have done it.
Totally AI.
Should have had him doing it in Iraq. Iraq.
I want
to
rock. I want to.
I did. I sometimes argue politics in a place called Delphi Forums, and this one guy was saying that Trump was singing now, and he shared I think it was a Facebook video, and it was an AI Trump singing. I'm like, that's kind of funny, but yeah, that's AI, right? What are you talking about? That's Trump. That's Donald Trump. I'm like, no, that's obviously AI. Don't just hit the like button. Click on the link. Come on up.
No.
Save me from these guys. They're killing me.
What?
I'm literally dying.
I haven't. Well, we all are getting.
Yeah. We're all fucking dying. I get it.
But
It's okay, Yuri. If you die here, we'll just all sing the chorus of "Amazing Grace" together.
There we go.
Send you on your way.
What are the lyrics? I'm just.
Thank you. No,
it doesn't matter. He won't hear us.
How do you know, Muckster? You guys are gonna wake me up with your disrespect. I'm gonna wake up and be like, "You disrespectful bastard."
Muckster does a great rendition of "Chariots Coming for to Carry Me Home."
Oh, swing low, sweet chariot.
Yeah, he's good at that. I haven't heard him do the Amazing Grace one yet, but maybe he can do that now. And Lemmy apparently does a mean Time in a Bottle.
Ooh, one of my favorite songs.
Well, I do a great La cucaracha, ya no puede caminar porque le falta. Una pata para caminar.
I've
Come on,
been kicked out of 4 bars for singing one song and been told never to sing again for singing Time in a Bottle. So, you know,
time in a bottle or message in a bottle? Because I'm
Time.
so I
Jim
so want to hear.
Croce,
yeah.
1972.
I want to
Yeah.
hear. I want to hear you singing
Before he-
"Sending Out" and SOS.
Do
Sending
you
out.
guys
Oh,
know
yeah.
why Dr. Pepper comes in a can?
Because he doesn't have condoms.
Because his wife died. You were close.
Yeah.
I'm going to step away, but I will be back.
We're taking over now.
what the hell did that mean? He died in a can, or because
No. He said why does Dr. Pepper come in a can? It's because his wife died. It means that he's not saying the soda. He's talking about the guy ejaculating in the can. If I had to explain that, that makes it less fun.
that was less funny. I don't even get it, but it's okay. I get it.
Okay.
Sending out and
Do you want to hear a really disgusting joke I heard the other night?
no
Hopefully
God.
there's
But
all
go ahead.
adults in here. And I'll tell you right off, it has a word that I always hated, but the joke's no good without it. If 2 tampons meet on the street, which one says hello first?
Oh God, I don't know.
Neither, because they're both stuck up cunts.
So you don't like saying stuck?
Yeah.
Just because I don't like getting stuck either.
Yeah. I hate that word stuck.
I mean, like all kinds of things could be stuck. You know, ew.
It's like saying moist.
Oh
Moist and
yeah,
stuck. Yeah.
that's like toast too.
Yeah. Nothing worse than being stuck and moist at the same time.
I like that. That was good.
I'm thinking you're pretty much right there too with the stuck and moist.
Stuck
But
and
at
moist
least
up
if
again.
you're stuck and moist, you might be able to slip your way out of it.
Yeah.
I don't know where this is going. I just said that.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna drop off, fellas. The NyQuil's kicking in, and I don't want to end up snoring on panel. So I'll catch you guys later.
Good seeing you, Yuri.
All right, Muckster, take it easy. See you later, Vegas. Lemmy, nice meeting you, buddy.
You too, Yuri. And Danny's thoughts is out there saying Biden's been an AI since he's began political office.
The link is right there in chat.
He really hasn't been an AI. He just has no intelligence. He's a
Yeah.
dead hair sniffing idiot that can't ride a bike or walk upstairs. That's my view.
You know what, Danny? If you're watching from someplace that's streaming this, that'd be why you have no link. You'd have to do it from Finkel's page, I think.
Did I hear my name?
No.
Oh, Muckster, did you kick Yuri out?
Yeah.
Yeah, he kicked his ass out.
Those flaming eyes were starting to creep me out.
Watching Yuri's show the other day, or yesterday, I think it was. And what's her name? Guadalupe. She came on as a sock of perfect soulmates. And when I walked past the computer, I didn't realize it wasn't perfect soulmates. And I heard a woman speaking. I'm wait a minute, I only saw 3 men on the panel. And I came back and she was telling Yuri, kick Vegas off. And Vegas saying, don't do it. And then he kicked them off. But I think they were joking. I'm not sure. Go to Finkel's page. Who's going to my page?
Because Danny's looking for a link to come up here, and I said he wouldn't be able to do it from where he's streaming, but he's
on my channel because
Yeah.
I'm streaming to my channel.
Oh, the link doesn't work on your channel? The link to my
It doesn't show there. it shows on
Because-
your channel, but my subscribers that are chatting in my channel show up in your general comments.
Oh, okay. Let me go.
Yeah, StreamYard's weird.
Well, because you have to have a wrench to put links in someone's channel. So of course any links you put here isn't going to go to other channels.
Yeah.
So I could just go over to his channel and post the link in there, right?
Well, no, not if you don't have a wrench.
Oh, he says he'll see if he can find it. What's your at, David?
I am at what am I? David Finkel. Let me see. Let me pull me up.
It's like at David Finkel. Oh, I'm not. That's not you.
It's at David Finkel, one word _1A.
So
Copy and paste it.
at David Finkel _1A.
I'll put it in
Danny's thoughts. And we'd like to hear your thoughts, Danny's thoughts. I was thinking.
the thoughts of Danny Thoughts. I think it's Danny's Thoughts. Oh, what were we talking about when I left?
Well,
We
you
were
had
talking-
you had an
we were
important
talking
question to
about,
ask Gary.
Adult entertainers, and Yeri got off topic, so Muckster kicked him.
Oh, okay.
Well, the thing is, you said something about playing with yourself, and then you walked away.
What?
What? Oh,
No.
Dr. Pepper coming in a bottle.
Yeah, that's not a good move, Finkel.
Well,
Hey, Danny.
maybe.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Danny.
Hello.
Sounds like you guys are just kind of sitting back, waiting on somebody else to bring some comments to the panel, so you have something to talk about.
Well, yeah,
But wait, could
She
I say
follows-
before you get into it, we have to figure out how to do this thing of pinning the link to the top of the page.
Oh,
But anyway, go ahead.
I'll
I
try
don't
that
know
way.
how to do it either. I just know that on some of them, that's the easiest way for everybody to find it.
Yeah.
Because if you put it in the comments, I could only go up so far in the comments on Lemmings, and there was no links in there.
You can't do it on the YouTube channel, or you can't do it in StreamYard. You have to go to the YouTube channel to pin it to the top.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you have to be
At-
you have to be at
at-
the originator.
Yeah, it's because StreamYard's just a
bet.
thing
Yeah.
that lets us go everywhere. We could be in Facebook, Rumble, Twitter. We could be right here just saying stuff to each other and not really streaming to anybody.
So if I put it in my YouTube, now how do I pin it? Okay, pin. No.
Seems like it ought to ask you or something if you want to pin it. Otherwise, it just comes up as a comment.
There's 3 little dots to the right of the
These
comment.
damn emoticons pop up when I hover over the 3 dots. Oh, maybe I do an old one. There we go. Pin message. Oh, I learned something new today. It is.
See, it's a learning channel. It's a learning panel.
Yeah, it's a learning panel. Okay.
This
And
is
the-
why I became a tutor.
Well, you're very good at it.
Thank you very
I
much.
learn every time I get on a panel. Somebody's always got something new.
All right.
That's over there at the People's today. They were talking a guy right through basic, getting his laptop like online and stuff.
That'd be all right if I had a laptop, but all I've got is a notepad and a cell phone.
Now,
What's a notepad?
Just a small computer that has your hard drive and everything attached to it already, and you can either hardwire it into a modem or you can Wi-Fi it.
Oh, it's a computer.
Yeah, So it's got your keypad on it, your screen, your camera, your microphone, everything all built in, and it's portable.
Yeah. Okay. Never. I'm sorry. Brain fart.
Yeah, it's not as, I guess, user friendly as a computer. Because there's a lot of stuff you can't do with it, but there's, the minimal you can.
Hey, this Chief Tuttle guy is a comedic genius.
Yes.
Genius.
Anybody who's joined recently, anytime later than the first 20, 25 minutes, this panel started bitching about this guy, Chief Tuttle, and his most recent racist rant on YouTube, his most recent video. These four geezers and this young pup haven't been talking about it for a while, but if you're just joining now, or if you joined more recently, you're wondering, what are we talking about? We're talking about everything now, but if you're curious about what I had to say about Tuttle, you can go back to the first 20 minutes of this stream. But that's all I got to say about that for now.
Why not share another one of his idiot videos now?
You want to know?
Yeah, let's talk about it, and let's five of us say how much of an idiot he is.
Okay. This one's only 1 minute and 16 seconds long, so I'll do his second most.
Plenty of content.
Let me remove this one from stop screen, and I'm going to present this one. And since it's so short, I'll just let it play all the way through and see what people's opinion is of his opinion. I got to push play, don't I?
Hey everybody, it's Chief Though, the Country Cop 3 here. Just wanted to show you this. This is the local food bank outside the local church. Look how many Americans are hungry. This is what the fucking illegal immigrants have done.
Oh
These
my God.
people are Americans. They've worked all their lives. They have families. They're Christians. Look how many of them need food assistance. That's what fucking Joe Biden has done to this country. Families hungry when they're giving ass loads of money to fucking illegal immigrants who don't even have an American pedigree, a citizen, never worked a day in this country. They're getting on average $3,600 a month, and they're taking food out of Americans' hands. So Americans are forced to do this. Fucking food pantry. This makes me sick. Thanks a lot, Biden. Fucking asshole. This is it. This is America.
I agree 100% with him.
All units, stand by.
Yeah, I agree with that one. I just went to the grocery store on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's Thursday. I don't even remember because I didn't even know it's Friday today. And spent $142. And it's just me. I didn't come back with any food. I came back with toilet paper, a box of potato chips, a little bit of lunch meat, some bread, some tomatoes, some potatoes, some cleaning supplies, and that was it.
Inflation is out of control. I would agree with that. Do you realize that we are the least impacted by inflation country in the modern world?
Yeah, but can you imagine what it would be like if we don't have all these folks that are taking this food and this money out of our economy, where we would be at?
I do admit I missed the good old days under Trump when there were no food banks.
Thank you.
Is there a freaking reason?
I was being sarcastic. I used to work at a food bank.
Well, there's always been food banks.
Yes, exactly.
I used to when I was unemployed.
Why are you blaming it on this now?
Well, Biden's the one that's allowed all these that have come into this country since his administration.
Yeah, that's what's caused it all.
Trump put it. Trump almost had
Biden's
to a stop
idiot.
of illegal aliens.
Trump 2024. You know what the hell?
Okay.
I agree.
What about the beginning of the video, where he claimed all the people at the food bank?
Now it doesn't matter.
They were all Americans.
All the people at the food bank were.
We gotta go where the video is.
Yeah, He says all the people at the food bank were hardworking Americans who worked all their life. How does he know that? They're all Christians. How does he know that? He made several claims about them. I mean, he doesn't know that, does he?
It's kind of like where I live. I don't know, maybe there's 20 houses around here. And this is a small town. It doesn't have any government other than the county. And the next town over, they kind of handles all of our emergency stuff. We don't have nothing. We don't have a post office, nothing. I can pretty much tell you who goes to church and who doesn't go to church in this little town. And I can tell you the biggest part of the people that go to the only church in this town are from Ohio.
Okay.
They come over from the next town over.
Do you live in, is this the same neighborhood? I don't know.
I'm in Ohio. I'm in Ohio, and all I know is a bunch of liberal shitheads.
Well, I'm 1 block from the Ohio line. I live in Indiana. I live in the big town of Edgerton, Indiana. If you go look on it in your Google and pull it up,
I know
you'll
where
see.
Edgerton is.
Okay, it looks okay. Doesn't it look like a neighborhood? And then you got the elevator, and that's it. That's all.
I'm still not sure I get your point of knowing everybody that goes to that church.
Well, everybody that he may be in a small enough town where he pretty much knows everybody in that town. That whatever's happened to that town, back in before the tornado hit here, this was a metropolis. They had a gas station, they had a service station, they had a post office, they had a couple, 3 brothels, they had a bar, they had a couple, 3 churches. And after the tornado hit, it just kind of dropped off from that. I think that was back in the 20s.
Oh my God.
And right now we're a neighborhood. My house used to be a 2-story. Didn't know that, but that's what it is.
You're talking about here, Edgerton.
Are you pulling it? Bring it on up farther where you can actually see it. Keep going. Keep going. You're going to have to move up or down a little bit. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Because where that dot's at. See that little green square in there?
That's Edgerton.
That's where the majority of the houses are. See that little square across in front of the spot that's mainly white? That's where I live. That's my house. So if you keep going, you'll see my house, whole roof and everything.
I don't want to dox you.
I don't care. If you want to come out here, then you got to get out here. It's 4 miles from anywhere, and it's 9 miles from Fort Wayne. You know, I doxed myself. I said I live Edgerton, Indiana.
Okay. I'm in Alexandria, Virginia, but it'd be pretty hard to identify me amongst the millions that live here.
There's not millions that live here. That's my point. And the thing is, if I said I lived in Fort Wayne, which I use a lot, because that's the closest big town. And I'll say I live in Fort Wayne. Everybody knows where Fort Wayne is. If I say Edgerton and Lemming, he's looking at it and he's going, well, I know where Edgerton is. Well, I had to designate. I live in Edgerton, Indiana, because his first thought is Edgerton, Ohio.
Oh, you just barely crossed the border
there. I'm 1 block. I'm 1 block.
Really?
Yeah.
Where does Chief Tuttle live?
You know what I'm thinking.
What are you thinking?
I don't know. He said he knew what I was thinking.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's reaction. I do these things called reactions to comments.
Yeah. Well, if I said I lived in Edgerton, what would you think?
I didn't know there was an Edgerton, Ohio.
Yeah, it's up on 49 and Highway 6.
Where the fuck is 49 and 6? I don't know that.
Up until this conversation, I didn't know Edgerton anything, so I had no clue. But from what I've seen, I agree. You probably know everyone in that town. Does anyone know the town that Chief Tuttle lives in?
I don't know. Does it come up when you pull up his videos?
No.
He mentioned it, but I was hoping someone could tell me because while I'm in the Google Maps, I could pull it right up.
He's no chief.
Oh no, he's retired. He retired a long time ago. Tonight's video, he explained that he's retired, but in previous videos, he acted as if he was currently a chief. And he's been retired almost as long as I've been out of the military.
I talked to a retired chief of police outside a church I audited.
Yeah, I'm really not sure where this food pantry is or where Chief lives, but he said that he lives near the biggest militia in Ohio. I'm assuming it's got to be near some metropolitan area, Cincinnati, Columbia's.
Militias in Ohio are not fucking legal. It's really stupid.
Right.
We have to be under the governor of Ohio because he controls all militias. Which
he's not talking about a constitutional regulated militia. He's talking about the KKK, the white supremacists, and the what do you call them, separatists.
The Proud Boys.
No, they do not allow militias in Ohio that are not affiliated with the government.
So they're illegal. That's what you're telling me.
What? Ohio is against the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the Fourth Amendment.
No, the militias he's talking about that would have his back. They're either illegal or, I believe, bullshit. But
bullshit.
Just the fact that he would lean on the KKK, the white supremacists, and the separatists to defend him.
Yeah,
that speaks volumes about him.
When you say that, all that tells me is that there's Trump haters telling you that.
You got to remember, if he's a retired police officer, he's a part of a militia of its own of the retired Blue Line Gang.
A regulated militia of sorts?
Well, the retired Blue Line Gang is still,
Well, you saw he's definitely a Biden hater and a Trump supporter. And you saw in the other video that I played earlier tonight, he's...
I hate Biden.
He's very clearly...
I love Trump.
He's very clearly pro-KKK, pro-white supremacist, and pro-separatist. I have to look more into separatists.
Trump is not KKK or white. Trump's not what KKK.
And no, I'm not saying Trump is.
He's talking about this guy.
Yeah, I'm talking about this guy.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, he supports Trump and he supports KKK. He supports Fraud at Wrangler, who is a known murderer and a career criminal.
If he supports Fraudulent Wrangler, he's not on my side because I don't trust that guy. I don't trust Dummy, whatever his name is, Kruger. Dummy Kruger.
I've heard that name before. Yeah,
he's another one. He's another one like Fraudulent Wrangler.
I've since spending so much time on YouTube, I realized there's more than the divisive lines between Trump and Biden, left and right, pro-audit, anti-audit, pro-blue line flag, anti-blue line. These lines aren't all left and right. They're all over the place. And people will take one side or the other and think the other side is pure fucking evil. I say pure fucking evil is anybody who supports the KKK, the white supremacists, murderers.
Well, I've said all my life, I'm not racist and I'm not prejudiced.
You're a white person that keeps pushing that out there, white supremacist. Stop it, David.
Me?
Yes, stop it. Stop pushing white supremacy. Stop saying it, and it'll fucking stop.
I'm not saying slavery. I'm anti-white supremacy.
Then stop talking about it.
What does that mean?
Well, it's like anything else. If you don't bring it up, it's not brought to your foremind.
Yeah.
Think of something that you have never thought about for years. Something you thought about in high school that you haven't thought about in years. If you don't say anything about it right now, then nobody's going to think about it.
I don't know how she's aged. I don't know if I can talk about her. Oh.
Still smells like a taco. Anyway,
Hey, Lemmy, is that a picture of a rack on your avatar?
It's just it just says I want you to buy a gun.
Did you think that was a gun rack? I'm being silly now. Okay.
well, it looks like over your left shoulder is a battleship to me. And then on your right, it looks like kind of a movie camera. And over your forehead looks like maybe a Canon camera. And then military symbols over your right shoulder.
Okay.
Oh, that's David Finkel.
This is my military career. This is a destroyer's USS Cunningham. That's from my 4 years.
Okay, over your head's a tank. Okay, I got it now.
That's an MM-113 personnel carrier, and this is an M2 Bradley.
Okay.
This is my National Guard unit. This is my first Army active duty unit, the 5th ID. That was a 42nd ID. This is the 2nd ID that was with them in Korea. And that's the 101st Fort Campbell. And then I can't reach that way. The next one is the 3rd ID, which I went to in Germany, and it later became the 1st ID. And then I went back to 3rd ID when I went to Fort Stewart, Georgia. And the two symbols above those from the bottom up are the Expert Infantry badge and the Air Assault badge.
Okay, I see what you're talking about, the rack over top of Muckster.
Oh, yeah, Muckster, that's a gun rack.
No, I just put that up after he said that.
Oh, Muckster's from a part of Pennsylvania where even the most liberal of left-wing liberals, tree huggers, are gun owners because they celebrate deer season like it's a holiday or something.
You might as well. If not, the semis are going to get them. I've actually seen bear in Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yep.
And Lemmy's showing. Oh, no, he was showing. Okay.
I don't know what the rest of you guys have done, but I've been an over-the-road semi driver. I've had my own businesses doing general maintenance work. Right now I'm driving a grain truck, and pretty much like today, I decided not to go to work. I woke up, felt dizzy, checked my oxygen. It was low, and it's like, I'm not going to chance it out there today. So it's all got to do. I had COVID in 2021. I'm still got the long haul from it. So I'm dealing with that. And I'm waiting for Fauci to pay my medical bill. I just got another collection notice, $42,000.
Jeez.
So, yeah, that was half. It was 30 some. I don't know where another 12,000 come from, but all of a sudden it's 42,000 now.
You just planted a thought in my head. Maybe I should get one of those. During COVID, I had them, but I lost them or got rid of them. It was a thing you put on your finger to read your oxygen level.
Yeah, that's what I've got here. I got it from the hospital.
Okay, I need one of those again because the way I was feeling last night, I could swear it had something to do with my heart. But I felt like I just wasn't getting enough oxygen. But I feel fine today. So,
after I woke up, I've been writing it down because I've been checking it periodically through the day. When I checked it this morning, my oxygen was 72. My heart rate was 102. And then that was around 7 o'clock. And then around 9:40 or so, 9:10, it was 95 oxygen, 95 heart rate, pulse rate. And then at 9:30, it was 97 oxygen, 80. And then at 3:30, it was 87, 86. So
that sounds to be all over the board.
I've got the white one on the right-hand side. And you can see they're not real expensive.
Yeah, I bought every one of my family one when COVID peaked, and then I just lost track of them.
I'll tell you what, while you're at it, go ahead and order.
Nobody I know um,
We
had
lost him.
any issues with this COVID BS. I don't think it's real, and yeah, whatever.
Well, the COVID thing, it's as real as it can be. I was in the hospital for a month and 6 days with it, but it's a real
So you were in
hard
a hospital,
flu.
and they told you you had COVID.
No,
They
I
told
went in with
you.
it. They didn't tell me anything.
No, they told you.
Yeah,
They,
I don't remember nothing. They took me out of my recliner here in the house with two EMTs, and I don't even remember the EMTs walking in the house and walking out of the house.
what the
I
hell
remember
happened?
I ended up being so dehydrated.
No.
And,
What the hell just happened?
Oh, you talking about with the screens?
Muckster clicked the X and left accidentally, and then he just came back.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then when he came back, I forgot that he's a co-host, and I tried to add him at the same time he was adding himself. I kicked him out, and then he brought himself back in. So he was up and down a couple times there.
That was weird.
I don't know if you heard me before.
Hey, you're doing your psychedelics, and he's got control of them. Hey, David, have you ever heard of General Specific?
No, but let's get back to that. Muxer was trying to say something. We were talking over him.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, thank you. I said, I don't know if you heard me before I booted myself, but I said, if you're going to get yourself one of those oxygen things, you might as well get the digital blood pressure cuff at the same time.
I have one of those.
Oh, okay.
Okay. General Specific?
Yeah, he's military too. He was a paratrooper.
Okay, I'm not familiar with YouTube. I take it.
Yeah, he's on YouTube, and he's out of Louisville area.
He's got a good channel.
Yeah,
he puts some good stuff out. I'll say that.
He comes on about 9 o'clock every day or so.
Okay.
And he'll run for 2 or 3 hours doing a panel. He'll have a guest up and talk about stuff, or he'll bring up stuff that he's seen and have several different things he goes throughout. He is a very religious gentleman, but he does slip with his words, and he's very straightforward. So he is military.
Was his rank general, or does he mean generalized and generalized?
GNERAL specific. And I ran into him by watching For Public Safety.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
So he's a part of all that down in that area. And when I'm driving truck, he's got a long enough show that I can listen to it because I throw my phone off to the side. I've got hearing aids that I can just drive and listen. I don't have to look at my phone, don't have to do anything, and it's, several different topics. So it's interesting enough. It don't get boring or anything.
Okay.
And, I listen to What the Hells because they're interesting. I keep up on For Public Safety, what's going on there, even though, he was producing a lot. Now with all his court cases, he's had to step back.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of going down. But I've talked to Tiffany a few times, and Chris has been at home when I've called him through Facebook. And I've talked to him that way. And told him I'd come down there when Chris was in jail and help out with the horses, do whatever they needed,
Oh, cool.
Because just like today, I took off today. Can I afford it? No. But, I can either take a chance on something else happening and not be able to afford that either, and then getting a real horseshoe, or, take off a day off of work.
Yeah, I get that. I'll go ahead. Go ahead, Muck.
I just wanted to tell you, I'll see you later. I see
Okay.
somebody else I need to talk to who's slightly saner. So
You're dumping us for someone else.
Yes, someone
Okay.
slightly saner. But anyway,
Yeah, someone's
nice seeing you all.
slightly slainer or saner. Bye, Muckster.
Bye, Munster. Hey, go and subscribe to my page for me, buddy.
Is it just called Danny Pearsall? And I did not just boot anybody, by the way. I don't know what happened there.
Oh, yeah,
No,
I was
it's under
expecting
Danny's
you to
thought.
leave, and Lemmy left.
It's under Danny's thoughts.
Danny thoughts? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll see you later. You too, Vips.
Yeah, I put up my
Alright.
full name, I guess, this time when I came on the panel. I cleared out a bunch of stuff out of my phone today.
I'm surprised how quiet Vegas is tonight. He's usually very chatty, but I got about 3 hours before my shift, so I'm going to take a little cat nap and wish everyone a good night.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a major incident manager for an IT department of a large company. I don't want to say the name of the company because trying to keep work and play separate.
I don't blame you. Yeah, you got to keep it separate. Otherwise, all your coworkers get on your page and then they start talking about what you talked about. It gets misconstrued in a third party conversation, and it's something you said that you didn't say. And yeah, I've been there, done that.
Okay.
Well, thank you for inviting me up to your stream, and yeah, pleasure meeting you. And I did subscribe to your page, your channel.
Thank you. All right,
Yeah.
Likewise. And Lemmy, when you get back, we left because we just couldn't live without you. All right. Good night, everyone.
Yeah, you guys have a great night. God bless.